Namaskaram to all. Welcome to Clyde Samvada, brought to you by the Hindu Temple of Scotland. If we have been following our previous episodes, we have been talking about the Vaishnava Sampradaya. We had an episode where we talked about the Vaishnava philosophy. Then we had a couple of episodes where we have been talking about the main Divya Deshams in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. We started off with Srirangam, and then we had two episodes on Tirumala Tirupati. Hope you have had a chance to relate to those episodes and engage with them. If not, go back and listen into some of those episodes. In that series, we are following up today with Kanchipuram. So we have Narasimhan again with us for the podcast, and he has been informing us about the Vaishnava Sampradaya over multiple episodes in the past. How are you, Anna? And welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, Namaskaram Sreevas. I'm glad to be part of the podcast again. This will be a continuation of the Sri Vaishnava episodes specific to the Dividesams, as we have covered earlier a couple of episodes on Sri Rangam, the next two more episodes on Tirumala Tirupati. Now I'm glad to do on the Kanchipuram. So this will be kind of Varadaraja Perumal Mahatmyam of Kanchipuram.
Super. Yeah. And when we talk about the Varadaraja Perumal Temple, maybe we can start by knowing a bit about Kanchipuram as a place. And that has a lot of historical traditions, very important relevance both for Vaishnava as well as Shiva Sampradaya. So maybe we can start there. Anna.
Yes, absolutely. So let me start with invoking my Sri Vaishnava Acharya that we normally do every day. So Sri Sailesadaya Bhatram Deepaktyadi Kunarnavam Yathindra Pravanam Mande Ramyaja Matra Munim Ramyaja Matra Yogindra Padareka Mayam Sada Tadayatatma Sattadim Brahmanaja Munim Bhaje. So in continuation, now we'll spend few more minutes on the Kanchipuram Sthalam. So we can start the Sthala Puranam. Before that, for the people to know, understand where is Kanchipuram geographically, we all know it is in the very proximity of Chennai in southern Tamil Nadu, southern India of the Tamil Nadu state. And the Kanchipuram is not only a kind of town. Right now it's a kind of tier 1, tier 2 town and that range, because of a lot of industries and the agricultural lands and things, but it is historically has a permanent place, not just historically in the recent centuries, for centuries ago. People will have heard about India as a seat of learning, then people will think of Nalanda University. Like that, on South India, at par with Nalanda University in those centuries was Kanchipuram. Kanchipuram is called seat of learning. So they had all the Shanmata Vicharams, the debates, the school of thoughts of what we have done on Vaishnavism, Shaivism, and also Buddhism, Samanism, all the Jainism, all the kings have patronized through the centuries, various all these schools. So the Kanchi is a kind of knowledge center in those times. And also we have in Vishnu Purana, the sloka, there are 7 holy cities in India. Okay. There where people, if they go, and they will be sanctioned moksha. So they are called, to start with, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchipuram, Avantika, Dwaraka.
Okay. So it's one of the 7 moksha sthalams.
Exactly. So the Ayodhya, we all know Rama Janmabhoomi. Yes. Mathura, we all know it's a Krishna Janmabhoomi. Maya, here it is Haridwar, the holy place where the Ganges starts with Alaknanda river. Okay. And the next one I said Varanasi, no doubt.
Kashi, Shiva.
The Kashi. And then the Kanchipuram. And the next one Avantika, which is nowadays called as Ujjain, where Kaleshwar is. Mahakaleshwar. And the last one is Dwaraka, where the Krishna ruled as a Jagannath. Yes. So all these ones, so the only one in South India is Kanchipuram. Now the Kanchipuram in the current administration district wise, you can see the major town place is called in Tamil is a Periya Kanchipuram, big one. Okay. That's a slightly adjacent region of the city called Chinna Kanchipuram. Okay. So even if you go to someone who goes in bus or whatever, the public transport like taxi, you have to say, hey, Chinna Kanchipuram, Periya Kanchipuram. Okay. But it is actually called, Chinna Kanchipuram is called Vishnu Kanchi. Okay. The Periya Kanchipuram, people call Shiva Kanchi.
Oh, that's why like both Shiva tradition
exactly.
So that's the Egampareshwar temple in the Periya Kanchipuram, I suppose. Yes. And the Varadaraja Perumal Temple is in the Chinna Kanchipuram.
In the Kanchipuram, the temples of which is people are mostly known is Varadaraja Perumal Kanchipuram in Vishnu Kanchi. Then Ekambareshwara temple in Shiva Kanchi. Okay. And another one is Kanchi Kamakshi.
Yes.
And the people will also know about the
Kanchi
seat of
Math.
Kanchi,
Kanchi
Kamakoti
Yeah,
Math.
Kanchi Math.
And also the Vishnu Kanchi also has a similar, the saints Kanchi, like Ramanujacharya, that I will touch.
Okay.
So like a Kamakoti, there are equivalent centers of Vaishnava Sampradaya Math
Super.
in the Vishnu Kanchi.
Okay.
And we have covered earlier like the holy Divyadesams, where the 12 Alvars have sung praise.
Yes.
Of the 2 are aboard like a Kshira Sagara, Parkadal and the Vaikunta, not on this physical earth. There are 106. Out of 106, close to 80 something are in Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Rest are in Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, North India.
Yes.
But within this Tamil Nadu, we have touched in the very beginning of the episode.
Srirangam.
There is a region wise like a Chodanadu,
Okay.
center of Tamil Nadu, down south
Pandya
Nadu, Cheranadu, border of Kerala, and in the region of Madras or Chennai is called Tondai Nadu.
Okay.
And Tondai Nadu, which is the proximities of Chennai and its villages and the districts, that Tondai Nadu Divyadesams are total are about 22.
Oh, in 29 it's the 22 Divyadesams.
22 Divyadesams.
Okay.
Of the 22 Divyadesams, 7 are in the proximity of Chennai and other the beach coast and some of them in the Andhra border.
Yes.
But 15 of them are in Kanchipuram.
Oh.
So that is why Nagareshu Kanchi, the best city of India is Kanchi.
Oh.
The reason is many kings have ruled right from Pallava dynasty and ruled partially by other the expanding Cholas or Pandyas. So they have always structured the administration, the temple planning. The roads are they are called Rajavidis, very big, grand roads.
Broad, yeah.
So that Vishnu Kanchi has 7 or 8 of them.
Oh, so it's not just Varadaraja Perumal Temple. So there's 6 other.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Then even in Shiva Kanchi, there are another 80 Vishnu temples.
Okay.
So possibly for the benefit of audience, you can see the list I will be placing here.
Perfect.
What are those 15 temples of the Divyadesams and where they are located.
Super.
Now the Sthala Puranam, how it comes. So we all know the temple preceding deity is called Varadaraja.
Yes.
He has so many other names. So one of the most common is Varadaraja, Devadiraja. These are in Sanskrit. In Tamil we say Teva Perumal. Perumal means the Lord Supreme. And Arulalan means, Arul means in Tamil means Karunya. The Swami Perumal is full of Karunya, blessings. So Per Arulalan, the most who gives compassionate to the devotees. And he gives everything. Say Varam means boon. So Varan Dadati Rajaga Varadaraja. So who gives boon. How do we know? He has given boons for everyone, like from Brahma, the whole Brahma creator itself, the Devata for creation, and also for Indra, Brihaspati, Gajendra. So it is believed in the Krita Yuga, Satya Yuga, he appeared for Brahma, and then in the next Yuga, Treta Yuga, Gajendra, the elephant Gajendra seeking moksha, he blessed him. And the third Dwapara Yuga, Brihaspati, he also sought. And in Kali Yuga, Ananta is Adiseshan, so he appeared for them. Like what we have seen in Tirumala for each of the Yugas, how it was variously called, the Seshachala and all. So here in Krita Yuga, it is said Brahma, as you know, he is a creation, the creator of the whole thing. For that he needs Vedas. So he was so conversant all those things, but at some places he was getting forget. So he got a forgetful mind, and he felt very guilty. What should I do? Then he realized, okay, this is the time I should go and do penance for Vishnu Paramatma. So he chose to go to Pushkar. Pushkaram we say, Pushkar. We all know Pushkar is one of the famous towns in Rajasthan. It's more known for camel meda, the camel trade. There the Vishnu appears as in the water form. So the Pushkar lake is a more sanctified. We worship that Pushkar lake in the form of water as Sriman Narayana. So he went over there and did penance, and he wanted to get the appearance of Vishnu's, but he remained just a water. So he said, no, I want to see him with the Changa Chakra Gadari, with all those things. Maybe Pushkar is not maybe the right place. Let me go to Naimisaranya. So from there he directly went to the north of Uttar Pradesh or Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand. So Naimisaranya, we know, again that is a Sriman Narayana place where he remains as the forest. So that whole trees are Vishnu. That's the place where all the Sanakadi, all the rishis have done the conversation, the vicharas, all the like Satyanarayana Vrata and all is being told there. So he went and did the penance there. There also he could not see. He could see only as a forest trees. At that time, the Sriman Narayana told him, if you want to see me as what you wish to with the Changa Chakra Gadar, you should go to Satya Vrata Kshetram.
Okay.
So then Brahma asked, where is this Satyavrata Kshetram? Then he said, you have to go down south. That place is called Kanchipuram.
Oh, okay.
That originally the place is called Satyavrata Kshetram.
Okay.
So he went over there. And then he started doing penance. And after doing the penance, he realized, okay, I need to do a Ashwamedha Yaga.
Okay.
So then he started worshipping and started doing the Ashwamedha Yaga. So that Kanchipuram, the Satyavrata Kshetram where he started with his more curiosity and kind of over ambition. He started doing, but in the process he slipped out one mistake.
Okay.
For as we all know, for everything, the Grihastha has to do everything with their wife. Dharmapatni.
Yes.
So, but Brahma, he proceeded in doing Ashwamedha Yaga without having Saraswati beside his side.
Oh, okay.
So, Saraswati naturally got
Angry.
angry. But when the Havir Bhagam, the final Purnadi comes, at least he took the other two, his what we say, because he is Veda Purush, like the Brahma. So, Savitri Devi was with. But Gaya Saraswati again got upset. So, she decided to disturb the whole Yaga, Ashwamedha Yaga, whatever possible way.
Saraswati, okay.
Saraswati Devi.
Okay.
So in the process, now those other 6 Divyadesa I was saying it started. So before the Varadaraja Perumal comes, there are other 6 temples came.
Already there. Oh, okay.
It came because of this.
Oh, okay.
So when the Yaga was proceeding, Saraswati made the whole place very dark.
Okay.
Nothing was visible. Brahma could not do Yaga.
Okay.
Then the Shiva Narayana himself appeared near that place as a showing all the light. So that Divyadesam
each of the place where he showed light became a Divyadesam.
There he became, his name is called Deepa Prakasha.
Oh, okay.
So that Divyadesam in Tamil we call Tiruthanka. Tiruthanka in Tamil means the most cold forest. It's like a rich forest, very fortified with dense trees, always cold. There he appeared as a lamp, Jyoti.
Okay.
So Deepa Prakasha. And there it's within that Yaga premises, so he could continue his Ashwamedha Yaga. So Saraswati, okay, this is not working. Let me send all the demons and Bhuta and Pisas, everything Disney. Then in another within the another neighborhood, the Sriman Narayana appeared as Ashtabhujagara, Ashtabhujam. Ashtabhujam means 8 sets of hands. He carried all the weapons, he nullified all the demons and whatever Saraswati was sending. And then she sent all the elephants, wild, fearful elephants disrupting the Yaga.
Okay.
So there again Sriman Narayana appeared as a Narasimha, protecting that place and decimated those elephants. So that place is called Velukkai Alari.
Oh.
Alari is an interesting thing. Alari is a pure Tamil name for Narasimha.
Is it? Okay. Alari.
Al means human, like a human. Ari means Ari.
Oh, Ari, not
Al plus Ari. Ari means Simha. That's a one another level. Like Ariyasanam we say, right? Ariyasanam means a lion, Simhasanam. So Alari. In fact, I normally keep my nickname as Alari.
Oh, okay.
Whatever I do. So like that, those 3-4 Divyadesa already came. Okay. That's the 3 Divyadesam came. Tiruthanka, Deepa Prakasa, Ashtabhujagaram with the 8 hands, and then Velukkai Alari. After all doing this, Saraswati could not find anything. So she got so much upset. She became like a full river. Okay. And she came with very full force. Force in Sanskrit is Vegam. So that she formed a river by name Vegavati. Oh. Vegavati, so she was gushing like full of water, like a flood to the Yaga Sala. Okay. Ashwamedha Yaga Sala. Then Sriman Narayana could not do anything. It suddenly became a dam, like a bridge. So it's called Vega Sedu. Oh. Vega Sedu is a dam bridge upsetting the flow of Vegavati to protect the Ashwamedha Yaga. Okay. So he suddenly became a reclining Ranganatha. Okay. That place is called Tiruvekka. That's a 4th Divyadesam. Okay. So there he reclined, and Saraswati, since Sriman Narayana appeared, she could not do anything, she retrieved. Then pacified, Sriman Narayana pacified Saraswati, she joined Brahma, and they could do the Avirbhagam Purnahuti of Ashwamedha Yaga. Okay. Now that's the time Sriman Narayana, so when you do final Purnahuti, I will appear in the fire. So you could see when he did the final thing, he came out of fire like a Devadi Raja, like a supreme of all the Devas. Devargalukku Talaivan, so in Tamil it says Deva Perumal. Devargalukku Perumal, Lord of Devas. So then he appeared all the boons, so he became Varadaraja. So Varadaraja, Devadi Raja, Deva Perumal. Even today you can see in the photo I am attaching, so that's a Utsava Vigraha. It's like a Panchaloka Vigraha. But you could see his face, it's all scarred because of the fire. Because he came from the Yaga Agni. Okay. So that Deva Perumal we say is even now you can see. and he is the most beautiful form of all the Vigrahas of the Vishnu Sthalam. Like Rangaraja, we have Ranganatha of Srirangam, it's the Thiruvenkadamudayan, or we say the Utsava Vigraha of Srinivasa in Tirupati, and then this Varadaraja Vigraham Theva Perumal in Kanchipuram.
Super.
So when he all became, then Brahma prayed, like this you have given me the darshan, I want all the humankind in coming all the eons and centuries, you be there. And then he appeared as a big Shankar Chakra, and he stated as like this a Moolava Vigraha.
Super.
That Moolava Vigraha also has another interesting story. At that time he made with from the tree wood called Atthi Maram. Atthi in English is like a fig tree.
Correct.
So he sculpted that Moola Vigraha. It's very gigantic, like what you see in the Thiruvenkadam. The Venkatachala like that. He is even taller than that.
Atthi Varadar.
So what has happened? So he became like the Moola Vigraha of fig tree. Atthi Varadar remained as a Moolava. The one who came from the fire, he remained as the Utsava. Where he resided, that Kanchipuram. Then the Satyavrata Kshetram got the name of Kanchi.
Okay.
What does it mean? Ka means Brahma.
Okay.
So the place worshipped by Brahma is called Kanchipuram.
Oh, that's how the name came. Okay.
Yes. So then he that temple currently is residing on the top of a hill. At that time it was a small hill, and that hill is to be in the shape of the elephant.
Okay.
So in Sanskrit, Hasti means elephant.
Yeah.
We all know the
Astinapuram.
And also we also know the interesting episode in Mahabharata when the Ashwatthama to kill the Drona, there was this Ashwatthama Hathaha Kuncharaha. That Hatha Hastaha is the elephant. So that temple he resides on the top of a hill. That's why it's called Attigiri. So he is also called by another name as Attigiri Arulalan.
Okay.
The compassionate God who resides on the top of the elephant hill. Okay. And there is an interesting thing here. If you go now, you won't find any hill.
Okay.
It is that whole hill is now made by the Pallava kings or other kings. It is sculpted as a proper raised mandapa.
Oh.
So from the floor of the temple to go there, you have to climb the steps.
Yes.
That steps is around 24 steps.
Okay.
So 24 steps one has to climb to go and see the darshan of the Moolava Varadaraja and Utsava Devadiraja.
Okay.
That 24 by 65, it's each aksharam of Gayatri mantra.
Okay.
Om Bhur Bhuvasvaga Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Divi Yona. That 24 aksharas. It is also in our Sri Vaishnava Tattva that we dealt earlier. Our Tattva has 24 elements. Apart from Jivatma and Paramatma. If you add Jivatma and Paramatma, it is 26. But this Prakriti Tattva has 24. Elements. So we have Prakriti, then Mahan, Ahankaram, Mamakaram, Panchabhut, the three gunas like Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and then from there the Panchabhuta elements came, and then the Pancha Indriyangal, Karmendriyam, all those things, and including our Manas and Kalam, the time. So that all that is 24 in our Tattva. Okay. So that denotes that. Super. So like that he came into being in Kanchipuram. Okay. So this is the Sthala Puranam of Kanchipuram.
Super. I mean, like just the name itself, having that all of that background is super interesting. And talking about Atthi Varadar, every once in
40 years.
40
so
years,
what
right?
has happened is there are two kind of stories, but then what we normally believed is around like 10th or 11th 12th century at the later time when the Moola Vigraha remained as Atthi has suffered a minor fire.
Yes.
So there was a Binna means mild defect.
Yes.
And in our Agama Shastra, if the Vigraha is had some defect, we normally put it away and replace.
Yeah.
So therefore that Atthi is one of the rare.
Yes.
So what they have done since that time is preserved in a very big wooden box, water sealed.
Yes.
And that kshetra, every kshetra has a holy tirtha, the tank.
Yes.
We say Pushkarini. So that place of Kanchipuram temple has a Pushkarini called Ananta Saras. So that Atthi Varadar is kept safely in the big wooden box, water sealed, and put it inside. In fact, you can see in the photo, and whoever goes, any temple Pushkarani like Ananta Padmanabha Swami or Madurai or Tirupati, you will see a big water tank, and in the middle there is a mantapa. But in Kanchi, in this one, there is another small mantapa slightly away from the center. Okay. Because exactly right beneath is this wooden Atthi Varadar is being maintained for all these centuries.
Yes.
And he has taken once in 40 years. So
And
recently,
two,
it
3
was
years
just
ago.
before COVID time, I
Yeah,
think
2, 3
in 2017 or 18, the Atthi Varadar was taken up from the water,
Yes.
and he was given darshan for one mandalam for
41
48 days.
days,
48 days.
Yeah.
So there are in two forms. One for half a day, 24 days, he was in the reclining position,
Okay.
and another 24 days, he was in the standing position.
Oh.
But actually, he remains in the standing position.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Just for darshan
for
of the
darshan.
devotees.
Okay.
During that time, there were millions of devotees, bhaktas keep on coming, well organized, and all the people had a good darshan.
Yeah.
So then you might wonder, then who are we worshipping nowadays?
Yes.
So after that happened, they sculpted the stone-based sculpture. Especially the Kanchipuram is closer to the Mamallapuram, Mahabalipuram.
Yeah, that's
where
where
all the
sculpting
rock
happens.
sculpture happens.
In
So-
fact, the Hanuman that we have is also from
Exactly.
there.
So there is that all over India, any stone sculpture of the black stone happens from Mahamallapuram. So near Kanchipuram, there is one village called Padaya Seevaram. There's another small hills. There, this Mulava Vigraha was taken, and then now it is you have in the Kanchipuram Varadaraja Temple.
Okay.
So to remark this, in fact, Theva Perumal, the Utsava Vigraha, goes once in a year from Kanchipuram, his temple, to this Padaya Seevaram village. That is easily, I think, maybe 30 kilometers away.
Okay.
And they go once in a day, the day after Shankaranti, the Pongal, for Kadu Utsavam.
Okay.
So there's a temple of Narasimhan Swami. There they go visit once in a year. So these are how the temple is being there. And then the temple is called Kanchipuram, Hastigiri, because on the top of the hill. And then interestingly, the Gopura, normally we call the very first Gopura as a Raja Gopuram.
Yes.
The Gopura, which is right above the Sanctum Sanctor, Garbhagriha, is called Vimanam. So every temple has their own name. This Vimanam is called Punyakoti Vimanam.
Okay.
Because at the request of Brahma, he appeared under the Punyakoti Vimana, like Sriranga, we have Sriranga Vimana.
Yes.
This is called Punyakoti Vimana. He appeared, and that's Punyakoti Vimana. Even now we say very commonly in our Sampradaya, Gopura Darshanam Koti Punyam. So everyone who wants to, why they want to be in the temple town, every day morning I get up, I look through the door or window,
see the Gopuram.
Darshan of Gopuram, that is Koti Punyam.
Yes.
Here the Vimanam itself is called Punyakoti Vimanam.
Okay.
There the Garbhagriha resides. So these are the way how the Sthala Puranam of the Varadaraja Perumal is there.
Architecture of the temple is. And in fact, in between, you kind of refer to the decoration, sort of the Venkatacharya over here. I mean, I think we should kind of give the background to our audience as to how this came. I mean, this is, if you kind of look closely on the video, you can see that this is all decorative versions of it. So the head and the Shanka and Chakram, that is a sort of a made with hand. So this is one of our devotees, Tanuja, who is a super crafty, super decoration expert, who has sort of made this up for the temple. So
so because we all know Tanuja is a very ardent devotee of Venkatachalapati, and she made for our audience, I'm saying, she made this for Vaikuntha Ekadasi, and then we are still having that in our temple. And if you give some connection to the Kanchipuram, even if you go Kanchipuram, the Mulava Varadaraja Swami will be exactly looking this with a huge Shanka and Chakra, and with the appearance of his Tirumukha, with all the garlands and jewelries. So we say Kirita, Makuta, Chuta, Vatamsa, Hara, Keyura, like that. There is a Ramanuja description of how Sriman Narayana appears. And in fact, this Thevaraja Perumal Utsavamurti is the most beautiful. Even though he has a lot of scars, that adds beauty. He is Tirumukha Mantala. And he is the one who has a very big Sankha Chakra. Even you won't believe, he has that hole with that rare diamonds and stones. Even during the Abhishekam, they don't remove. Many people, it's a very high value, I will remove, the water will contaminate. No. Because that is his majestic look. And Deva Perumal is the one, as we say, right, Shiva is Abhisheka Priya, whereas Vishnu is the Alankara Priya. If you want to go and see how the Alankara to be done, we all say in the Siveshava, Ranganatha is best, Tirupati is best, but no one can come near the Alankara Anubhavam of Varadaraja.
Oh, is it? Like, so you rate Varadaraja Perumal Alankaram higher than the others?
Yeah, I mean, there has so much collection of the various jewels, abharanas, and the presiding deity, the Lakshmi deity is called Perundevi Tayar. So we always say Perundevi Sameta Varadaraja Perumal, Perundevi Sameta Devadirajan. So that Perundevi Pratiyar, Perundevi means the supreme Lakshmi. So she always, with all the mercy and compassion, blesses with all the devotees. So that's how they think. Maybe I can touch how
the different events maybe like Atthi Varadar is like one event that happens every once in 40
years.
40 years. What are the other main utsavas?
There are, as usual, every temple Dividesam has the annual Samvatsara Utsavas, like Brahmotsavam, because this is the place where Brahma did yaga and for him. So he conducts Brahmotsavam. That Brahmotsavam of Vishnu temple, no other temple can come near, not even Tirumala Tirupati.
Is it? Okay.
So Brahmotsavam, it happens every year in month of Vaikasi. Vaikasi means like a Yudaba Masam, like a Meda Masam, Yudaba Masam. So basically between middle of May until middle of June. And you will see, since he comes from the fire yaga, everything is hot over there. Because that month is the peak summer, very hot. That season is called Agni Nakshatra, and it is slightly away from the coast. So the Kanchipuram district is like a burning place, and it will happen. But in spite of that, the Kanchi Brahmotsavam is called, we call Vayyam Kanda Vaigasi Tirunal. Vaigasi is the month, Tirunal. Vayyam means the whole universe. Because so many thousands of devotees will come on that 10 days. And the most thing, he will appear in the Garuda Vahana. Garuda Seva of the Varadaraja Perumal is the most one should say, like early morning 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And the interesting about the Brahmotsavam is, as I said initially, there's a Vishnu Kanchi, Shiva Kanchi.
Yes.
That in between is almost 3 miles.
Okay.
Almost like 5-6 kilometers. On the 10 days, morning and evening, so 20 sessions almost roughly, he will be carried in very big vahanas, like Garuda Vahana, Hamsa Vahana, Simha Vahana, Gaja Vahana, elephant, all the Ashwa Gudara horse. People will like 45 people who need to carry all the way. People and the devotees will be chanting the Vedas, the Upanishads and the Vedas, and also the Dalvar Divya Prabandhams. They all will go in the scorching heat.
Okay. You
could imagine.
Every evening for
every day, morning and evening.
Morning and evening.
Okay. Morning start like 4 o'clock. They go and come back. By the time it will be 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And then after the rest,
on the road.
On the road. All the Raja Vidis. The Kanchipuram is very wide. People like in Jagannath Puri, they say, right? The wide roads. They are very wide. He goes all the way up to Shiva Kanchi and then goes there and come back.
Okay.
And that Garuda Seva is the must one should have darshan in their lifetime.
Super.
There are some videos, if you see, you won't see only the people carrying, you'll sea of people. Typically, you will feel like
he's floating.
Exactly. Because it's a gigantic structure. Gigantic arrangements are the Vahanas. Another main thing we normally say in our Sampradaya is Nadai, Vadai, Kudai. It's a rhythmic. What does it mean? Nadai means walking style. Okay. The walking style of Ranganatha in Srirangam is the supreme. Okay. In Vaikuntha Ekadasi, is the time for 21 days, he goes like a tiger, he goes like an elephant, he goes like a Simha. Simha Gadi, Sarpa Gadi, Vyagra Gadi. Okay. That is Nadai. Okay. Vadai means not many people knows. The Tirumala is famous for not for laddus. Traditionally, it is known for Vadai. Oh. That Vadai is a very thick, flat,
one.
And it's very spicy. Very spicy. So that is what Vadai is known for. But Kudai is for Kanchipuram. Kudai is, as you know, it's an umbrella. Yes. Normally we have in temple like a small one. But that will be easily diameter is more than 2 meters, 3 meters.
Diameter of the umbrella. Okay, so that's it.
So there will be two pair of umbrellas. One on right side, one on left side. So as you can see in the photos I'm showing here. And the most thing is, it's all the Kanchipuram is the place for the skill forms of textile. All the Kanchi cotton. So the whole villages, they are good in textile from the yarn, the cotton and things. The Kanchi silk saree is well known, right? So those communities, they build this cotton. It's all with the bamboo. It's like a proper spring mechanism. It is folded like this, like our umbrella, and then spreads flats, and with all the silk cloth, cotton, jewelry, the decorations, and they carry.
So it's like you need 2-3 people to carry this.
Absolutely, yes. On the Vahana, there will be at least minimum 6 Archaka priests. One to protect the Vigraha and the Vahana, other one to offer the devotees, whatever they offer, like Aarti and Prasad, and then the holding the umbrella. In fact, the Kanchi temple comes in a very narrow way. So there are some time where the umbrella is very flexible, so it will go forward and things. So you go to narrow alley, then you come back. And even after that, you will see all the people in the out of devotion, they are so happy. Look at the Gajendra Varada in the Garuda Seva. So they'll be simply jumping and thing with so much weight. So you can see that will be a marvelous thing in the Garuda Seva. Another important in that Brahmotsavam is the Rathotsava. because it comes again all the way from the Vishnu Kanchi to the Shiva Kanchi and goes. So normally the Rathotsava means you go around the 4 cities, 4 streets, 4 Madavidhi. But then that is in the Vishnu Shiva Kanchi, Periya Kanchi. But then from Shiva Kanchi there is one big road. So the interesting architecture of the Ratha is when normally when you go as a clockwise, the front goes and front comes. But here you go and then when you go back, it goes in the reverse. So the temple, the Ratha architectural of front and back is ideal.
Oh, it's identical. It's like a palindrome.
Identical. It's where like how you park your car in the front way or reverse way. So that is a unique feature of Vishnu Kanchi.
So do they shift the Vigraha around? No.
The Vigraha you always face the east or whatever. But the
Ratha itself can go.
Ratha front and rear side will look identical. Not many people are aware of this, but then you have to think like a square plus there is one T like a road.
Got it.
So these are there are various other utsavas. Navaratri Utsavam is one of the most beautiful Utsava because Varadaraja is always with the concept of Pirindevi Tayar, the Lakshmi. So that all the 9 days they are together. And there are some mandap. The Kanchipuram temple is known for all the temples. Yagambareswar temple, Kamakshi temple, Varadaraja temple, all the other is known for the sculptures, stone. It's a black granite stone. There are some temples which are even under the Archaeological Society of India. They are making so beautiful. So there are some 100 pillars mandapam. That mandapam has 100 pillars. In that center of that mandapam, both Varadaraja and the Pirindevi Tayar Lakshmi will be there. And even the one I mentioned, the umbrella, right? It will be there in between them. Without any hold, it will stand on its own because that mandapam has a very big 4 pillars. So that umbrella is just touching by the 4 minute corner of the pillar. And it will stand there for a couple of hours, 4 hours, nothing will happen. And the puja will continue. So that kind of things are there. So there are like architectural thing if you want to say. The Kanchipuram is well known for the chains, the stone chain. So like a ring, like a ring. Like a ring. How will you do the sculpting of a stone in a ring? I can do with the metal like this, so you can weld. But here no joints, you can't see. But then they have sculpted one big stone, so you can see. That's all you can find in the Kanchipuram temple architecture.
Super.
And there are big tanks where the tepots of the floating festival happens. So there are so many live events, utsavas happening all through the year in Devaraja Swami temple.
Absolutely. And is there anything that you want to say connecting between the 3? Like we've talked about Srirangam and Tirupati before. So is there a specific significance for Varadaraja Perumal with the Vaishnava philosophy linking to the other 2 temples?
Absolutely, because in Sri Vaishnava of these 108 Divadesa, we always give first 3 is Koyil, Srirangam. Tirumalai means Tirupati, Venkateswara. And Perumal Koyil means Kanchipuram. So he is number 3 in the order of Divadesa.
Oh, is it? So Koyil,
Tirumalai and Perumal Koyil. Koyil means Srirangam. Tirumalai means Venkateswara. Perumal Koyil means Kanchi. Why that means? We always have the Kanchipuram, this Varadaraja Perumal, he came in the fire, right? He is a very unfortunate in terms of, we normally say Rama is like a king. Right from the childhood, even though he suffered. But Krishna born as a baby, from that he suffered so much, missing the parents, demons, everyone chased him and things like that. This Devaraja Perumal, we call him as a Tyagaraja. Because he is sacrificing many things. Right from the fire he got from the Yaga sacrifice, he appeared with the fire sky. And then all the Alvars we spoke, right? 4 of them, they are born near Kanchi. In the same Kanchipuram in Tiruvakka, the first Alvar, Poigai Alvar. Nearby all in Tondamandalam in Chennai. Near Mahabalipuram, Bhudat Alvar. Near Chennai, Tiruvallikeni, Mailapur Parsadi temple adjacent is a Peyalvar. 4th Tirumalai Alvar. All these. But they all born here. But they all went to Srirangam to sing songs. Like that, all the Acharyas, mainly the Sri Vaishnava Acharya, especially we have covered in the episode of Ramanuja Acharya. He is born nearby Sri Perumbudur. He spent his childhood learning all the Vedantas in Kanchipuram only. And he is the one who identified by Yamuna Acharya from Srirangam. And he was doing service Kaingaryam to Varadaraja Perumal. But then he wanted him to the next leader of Sri Vaishnava from Srirangam, and they could not get him. So they were given something, Varadaraja Perumal is very sweet whenever he hears the Tamil Pasuram of Alvars. So a group of people from Srirangam came to Varadaraja Perumal,
Okay.
and they started singing all the Arulichayal Prabandhams.
Okay.
And true to his name is Varadaraja. He
gave
will
the
keep on
books.
giving. So he said, "Oh, I'm mesmerized by all words possible. Tell me what do you want?"
Super.
They said, "I want Ramanujacharya."
Oh, okay.
How can I leave him?
Yeah.
He is doing service to me and I am so pleased. How can I leave him? But he gave it back to Srirangam. So he is a Tyagaraja.
Okay.
So Tyaga Mandapam is the another name for Kanchipuram.
Okay.
So all the saints of Ramanuja, before Ramanujacharya, like Tirukkachi Nambigal, we say Purna Nambi. And then his successors like Mudaliyandan, Kuratalvan, all those people were centered around Kanchipuram, but they all were based in Srirangam for further exponenting the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. So that is a very good close relation Kanchi has with Venkadam and Srirangam, the Tirumala.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Super, man. Any closing thoughts? It's been like super insightful, not just the Sthala Puranam part, but linking between the temples, Atthi Varadar story, because like 3-4 years ago, it was like a big news, right? It's like just like Kumbh being big news for 41 days, like or 54 days. That was like big pilgrimage experience for almost 48 days during that period. So it's one of those events where millions of people come together in one place. So thank you so much for sharing all of those insights. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, closing thoughts. I think there are, because every temple in South India, we all know, has gone through the very difficult time of the Mughal invasion from north and the British time. There are many, even nowadays, some jewelries. The Kanchi temple was also has been attacked by both Malik Kafur descendants, the chieftains, the commanders.
We talked about that, how Srirangam, the deity had to kind of do
the full South Indian
circle.
mala.
Yeah.
Same here also, Varadaraja Swami also went through the similar episode. He was safeguarded by many scholars. And also some East Indian company, that was the first time when they came, Britishers came as an East India company. They first set their foot in Chennai, Madras, then they went to Bengal. But that part of Madras at that time was called Orchard. So there was a Robert Clyde. So he was ruling that part of this region. And in fact, he has also had some divine experiences. In fact, he offered a jewelry, like a very, very rare Maragada, means the green stones. Even now, it is called Clyde Maragada Gandhi. That his Deva Perumal Utsava is wearing. It's called Clyde Magaragandi.
Is it? Okay.
It's a Robert Clyde Magaragandi. So he has offered
talking about this in Scotland. It's a very clear connection between Kanchipuram and
the British.
And UK. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So there are very interesting stories. But what for the current thing, we always in philosophical quest, realizing ourselves, these temples, like all these things, are for our devotion.
Absolutely.
It's that we need to take our generation next, the children, go there, know about the Sthala Puranam, why the temple is there, why this is way constructed, the architecture, the events, utsavas happening, what type of prayers we can do, and seek his blessings. That's what I would close.
Super. Thank you so much, Anna, for such a deeply insightful discussion on Kanchipuram and Varadaraja Perumal Temple.
Yep.
Hope to have you again for other Divya Deshams and other Vaishnava Sampradaya insights in future as well.
Definitely, I will look forward to it. I will close with the Mangala Sostram of Devaraja Mangalam. Astu Sri Stana Kasturi Vasana Vasidorase Sri Hastigiri Nadaya Devarajaya Mangalam.
Om Venkateshwaraya Namaha.
Om Venkateshwaraya. Thank you.